Hey, I'm Al McGee with WhyYouTicket.com. Thanks for watching this review. We're going to talk about this new film, Wuthering Heights. Yes, it's a new film, but it's the same old story. Not really. Now, this is from English director and screenwriter Emerald Fennell. And, he made Saltburn, things like that. It was very good in 2023. But in this, he cast Jacob Elordi and one of the most beautiful actresses uh, in this film and in the movie business is, um, and he also cast Margot Robbie. She's a very beautiful, very talented woman. But let me start with the strength of this film, which I really liked it, and I like the way it opened up. But here, it's got some very good cinematography. Oh, the color, the costume design, the production design. I think it's very good. And it really becomes part of the film also, especially where they show Wuthering Heights, where they live at and things like that. And, got other supporting roles. You got Martin Coombs, you got Allison Oliver, you got Hong Cho, and also you got another one that's in this one. He plays an orphan. I just feel Margot Robbie was very well cast for this version of Wuthering Heights. Well, let's get into it because this film is 2 hours and 16 minutes long, and it's Warner Brothers and things like that. Well, let's talk about this film. First of all, let's talk about the opening scene. The screen is black, but you hear sexual sounds. Sounds like some guy having sex or he's masturbating. But when they finally get to the action, the screen, the characters, it's a guy, he's being hung by his neck and he's making those sounds because he's dying. But I found that very interesting. And also in the crowd, you see young Catherine. She watches everything and everything that's going on in that hanging. Now, let me talk about the story a little bit more because it's not like the original Bronte's book. He changed a lot, maybe to make it modern, maybe to make it, well, so people can fully understand. Because according to the original, he left out a few characters in this and changed some of the characters. Well, life story according to Bronte's book. And again, I would say I liked it. And this was very sexual too. I really enjoyed that. I mean, the sex comes much later, but you will see it in the film how much it is, and it's not that bad at all. But you know the story. Kathy, she lives with her father on this lot, this farm, but it's not that good because her father's he's an alcoholic, he's a gambler, things like that. And she's a pale blonde hair, things like that. And she has a housekeeper that's watching her. But then her father brings in, well, this young kid, and they name him Heathcliff. The young kid was played by Owen Cooper. And next thing you know, that Mr. Earnshaw, played by Martin Coombs, well, he said, well, this guy's going to help us out. Y'all grow up together and things like that. But again, like I said, that's main characters from the original book are not in this film. I'm not going to mention who they are. If you haven't read the book, if you read the book, you know who they are when you see it. But again, this is a love story. Now, Kathy, as she gets older and she gets older, well, you will see that Heathcliff, you know, they do care about each other. They do almost love each other. Well, they grew up together, they've been around each other for a long time. But Catherine has to marry someone who got some money. She felt that, marrying Heathcliff, what's going to happen? He's a poor kid. He has nothing. And the next thing you know, she does marry. And next thing you know, she's been married now for about 5 years. Uh-oh, here comes Heathcliff. He's rich. And, well, Kathy marries Edgar, and they've been married for 5 years. Heathcliff comes in, he's wealthy, and you know the story, that part of the story from the book. But this is part of the film also. You also have this housekeeper, Nellie Dean, which is played by Hong Cho. She knows everything what's going on in this film. And the next thing you know, things happen. Some of the things are still related to the book, some things are not. I felt this Wuthering Heights was very sexy, but dark. And also, you got to really watch it to feel it. You really got to feel this version of Wuthering Heights. I did. I like what the director did with this. I like the actors in this film. And it also showed she didn't want to be poor. Well, you don't want to be poor at any time, but being poor back then, it's like almost like the kiss of death. And again, I felt that the director did a good job writing and directing, cinematography, and all that. I'm going to give this Green Palm Trees out of 4 because I enjoyed it. I liked it. And, sure, it didn't really follow the actual book, but this is different. And I like that. Wuthering Heights. Thank you for watching this review of it. Like I say, 3 palm trees out of 4.
This is your entertainment ticket. Latest and greatest.